Hello, and welcome back to the original Larry D's Food for Thought. Today we will be reading, of course, out of the old King James Bible, and we will be going over a few scriptures today concerning the title, The Holy Bible, Our Roadmap to Eternal Life. The Holy Bible, Our Roadmap to Eternal Life. Okay, now I'm going to share these with you right quick, and you can jot them down if you like. And but yeah, the Holy Bible, our roadmap to salvation. Okay. Now I've noticed that people will pick up every book they get their hands on. They'll pick up every book and read it under the sun. But when it comes down to this Holy Bible, they will take it and put it on the back burner. Okay. And I know why you do that, because one thing for certain, you know that if you read this book, it's going to convict you. Okay? So, therefore, you just leave it on the back burner. But I'm going to tell you something. The Lord had it written, and we're going to read this, that you're going to be judged out of the things that's written in this book. Okay? So, when you stand before Him and He asks you a question, say, why didn't you read His book? Or why didn't you read my word? So you'd know what I wanted you to do and what I didn't want you to do. You ain't gonna have a leg to stand on. You know, be like somebody took a chainsaw or axe, cut both your legs off. You ain't gonna be able to have no answers whatsoever. Okay, but I'm gonna stop sharing these. We're gonna go ahead and get into these scriptures and take a look at this thing, because I'm gonna tell you, it's the only book on the planet that's gonna get you salvation. Okay. If you want that eternal life, it would behoove us all to read this book, find out what it is the Lord wants us to do and not do, okay, to stay out of trouble. All right. Well, we're going to start this in Revelations, the 20th chapter, and we're going to start reading at verse 12. And it reads, "And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were open." What books? Talking about this Holy Bible. You got 66 books in this Bible right here, and they were open. Okay. And another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, these 66 books in this Bible, according to their works. Okay. Which you have done. All right. Verse 13. "And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged every man according to their works." Okay, so you are going to indeed be judged out of the words out of this book. Okay, verse 14. "And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire." So that's why I tell you, people, it is important that we read this book and find out what it is the Lord wants us to do and or not to do. Okay? But let's move on. Let's turn over here. Let's turn over here to Luke right quick. We'll take a quick look and see what Brother Luke had to say here, or what the Lord had him to write. We are going to Luke, the 12th chapter, and we are going to start reading at verse 4. And it reads, and I say unto you, my friend," you know what? Wait a minute. I'm gonna go up a verse. I want to read this first of all. Verse 3. "Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops." Okay, so every word that you say is going to be taken on account. You have to take account for that. Okay, verse 4. "And I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do." So Lord said, don't worry about them cats that can kill your body. This is what you better worry about right here. Verse 5. but I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him which after he has killed has power to cast into hell. Yeah, I say unto you, fear him. Yep, the Lord kill you, turn around and wake you up, and judge you and throw you in that lake of fire. That's the one you had better fear. Because I'm going to tell you something. You look back, when we read it in the past, the Lord killed the whole world. I mean, he killed every man. And when he say man, he talking about man and woman. Anybody that transgressed his laws, this world was so wicked, killed every man except for, and saved 8 souls out of it. Okay? I think we might want to fear this guy. All right? But let's move on. Let's go over here to, let's run over here right quick to the old book. Let's go over here to Ecclesiastes right quick. Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, and we'll read one verse, verse 13, and it reads, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. And I say, people, what is the whole duty of man? And you ain't read this book. I don't know. Exactly. That's my point. Okay? Fear God and keep his commandments. That is the whole duty of man. If you don't read this book, how you going to know that? Okay? But move on a little bit further. Let's turn over here to Brother Isaiah. Go to Isaiah, the 34th chapter. And we are going to pick this up at verse, let's see, verse 30, let me see, chapter Isaiah 34 and verse 16. And it reads, seek ye out of the book of the Lord. Seek ye out of this book and read. Okay? Well, it says, seek ye out of this book and read. Okay? No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate, for my mouth it has commanded, and his spirit it has gathered them. So the Lord's mouth commanded us to read this book, man. He's telling us this for our own good. Because you read this book, and if you have faith, you would do what it say, and at the end of the line, you get that crown of eternal life, you know? But you got to read. You got to read this book. Okay? Let's turn on over here. Let's go over here to Psalms. I'll go to Psalms right quick. Oh, let's see. We're going to Psalms, the 19th chapter. And we are going to start reading at verse 7. And it reads, the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The law of the Lord is perfect. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. So when you stand before the Lord, he is indeed going to judge you righteously. Okay? If you did evil in his sight, he's going to judge you righteously. Throw you in that lake of fire. But if you did good, hey, you get that righteous crown. Okay? Verse 10, more to be desired are they than gold, than much fine gold, sweeter also than the honey in the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them there is great reward. So you read this book, you do what the Lord say, you keep his laws and statutes and stuff. I'm going to tell you something. That is great reward. You get that crown of life. Okay? Now, let's move on just a little bit further. Let's go on back a little bit further. Let's turn over here to Deuteronomy right quick. Let's go to Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter. And we're going to start reading at verse 10. And let's see what we got here. Okay, verse 10. And it reads, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which are written in this book of the law, and if thou turn unto the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul, For this commandment which I command thee this day, it is written, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. Okay, where is it at? Right there in your living room, on your coffee table, in your bedroom, on your dresser, on your dash in your car. It ain't far from you. All you got to do is pick it up and read it. Do what it say. Keep his laws and statutes. And he told you there is great reward in that. Okay? Now, let's go back over here to the new book right quick. Let's run over here to, let's go back to Luke. Let's go to Luke, the 4th chapter. Take a quick look at something here. Let's see. Luke, or get over here right quick. I thought I put a marker there. But let's take a quick look in here and see. Okay. Let's be Luke. Luke. Yep, still in the wrong area. I should have put that marker a little closer. Okay, Luke, the 4th chapter. And we are going to start reading at verse 14. Okay. Now let's see what the Lord did. Okay. Verse 14, and it reads, and Jesus returned in the power of the Spirit into Galilee, and there went out a fame of him through all the regions round about. And he taught in our synagogues, being glorified of all. And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up. And as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read. Now, if the Lord can read the book, if Jesus read the book, what's wrong with us reading it? Okay. He came and he set the example for us. All right. All we have to do is follow. Do what he do. And you get that great reward. Okay. Because like I say, you read this book, man, this book is indeed our roadmap. Okay. To eternal life. All right. Now let's run over here to now let's go to Matthew's right quick. We'll go to Matthew's 25. I'm gonna read one verse here. Matthew 25 and verse 21, and it reads, his Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. So those are the words that you want to hear. Okay. These are the words that you don't want to hear. Verse 41, then shall he say unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire prepared for the devil and his angel. You don't have to go in there. That fire was prepared for the devil and his minion. But man going in there too. You transgress his laws, you don't read this book, find out what it is the Lord wants you to do. And when you stand before him and he open those books up on you, like I said before, you're not going to have a leg to stand on. Okay? So, with those words and food for thought, think on these scriptures throughout the course of the day. Until next time, peace.